Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are starting a new TryHackMe loom called SQLHell. And this loom is all about SQL injection and there are 5 flags to retrieve. Flag 1 all the way to flag 5. But instead of making a very long video, I'm going to split this walkthrough into 5 separate videos. Each video will focus on one flag and more importantly, one SQL injection technique. Also in this series, I will not use SQLMap. Indeed, SQLMap is very powerful, but if we rely on it, we may not really understand what's happening behind the scenes. So in this series, we are going to perform the SQL injection manually, step by step, in detail. If you're learning SQL injection, this series will be right for you. And in this first video, we will get the first flag. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. I've already spawned the loom or the target machine, so then we can head over to Linux VM. And this is the IP address of the target. So what are we going to do next? First of all, we need to identify or discover all open ports. And in order to do that, we need to perform a map scanning. To save the time of this video, I've already done that before, so now we can get out its result. As you can see over here, I took the options like scene scan, the virtual scan, and the default script scan, followed by the ON option to output the result into this file. And from the map scanning, we can tell the target machine has 2 open ports. The first one, 22. The service is SSH or Secure Shell Service. And also we can get the version information, including its version number. This version is not quite updated. However, I don't think we can find any workable exploit. And the second open port 80, the service is HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and we can get its version information, including its version number, injects. So what we are going to do next? It's quite clear. We need to emulate web application both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser to perform manual emulation first. Let me disable the Foxy proxy first, and we can put the IP address of the target machine into the address bar of the browser. Let me copy IP address of the target and put over here. So here my blog. So this is the blog website, and by admin and also terms and conditions. And at the top, we can notice the 2 buttons, login and register. Login and register. Okay. So as usual, we need to go back to the home page to check its source code, right? Or every page. So here, nothing very special here. All right. So next, we can try to see whether this site has robots file or not. Okay. Robots. So not found. Let me launch Nikto to perform automatic emulation. You know, I always use Nikto to perform comprehensive and automatic emulation. And this utility can give us various types of information, such as service information, request header, and common files or directories. Sometimes even can give us the vulnerabilities information of the web middleware or web application software. Okay. So now, and in the meantime, to save time, we can launch Go Buster to perform a directory enumeration. Directory extension option. Okay, press enter. And of course, we have already found these two entries or directories just now. And user, this is not what we found earlier. Maybe, enumeration, login, register, user. Let me go back to the terminal. Yeah, even we found another directory, post. All right, I don't think Nikita can give us additional useful or valuable information. To save time of this video, I'd like to interrupt it. Okay, so now let me go back to the browser and have a look at the login page. Usually we try to, when we face web application and also this application has user login form, we need to try to bypass authentication. For example, the first one is admin and admin as password. And, this is we are we are using default credentials, and different application has different default credentials. So let me login, but invalid username and password combination. So next we can try to use the bypass technique, login bypass technique. Anything here? This is a very classic payload when we try to bypass login authentication. Although sometimes we need to try different payloads. Okay, and here the first single quote. What this single quote does is we're assuming, at the back end, the SQL statement would be like this one. Select a username and password from the table name, right? And where, for example, username equal and what we input, right? And a password and what we input. Okay, and usually here should be single quotes. Okay, and here also single quotes. Like admin. Okay, like admin. So now, and this is controlled by the backend. So now I'm inputting this one, single quote to wrap the single quote before. Okay, and then or this is a logic operation. Or means the first condition is true, or this just the result not only true, maybe false. So the result of first condition or the second the result of the second condition. Okay, and in this case 1 is equal to 1 always will be true. Okay, the result will be true. So the entire result would be true. Okay, and the double dash just some kinds of comment symbol, and sometimes we can use a different symbol to come out the remaining stuff. Okay, So now I think we can try to log in. Yes, it does work, right? It does work. Fantastic. And we can get the first flag. We can copy and paste over here. Correct. All right. So with that being said, that's pretty much it for this video. I'd like to see you in the next one. In the next one, we'll be exploring the second flag, and we will use different technique. All right. See you.